Imagine a world where the line between human and beast blurs. Deep in the forests of India, a child was found wandering on all fours, eating raw food, howling at the moon, and shunning human contact. The media called him the Wolf Boy, and his story ignited global fascination. But was this a true feral child, a myth, or a manifestation of a profound psychological condition? Tonight, we dive into a tale that challenges our understanding of nature, nurture, and the fragile boundaries of the human mind. The concept of feral children has haunted humanity for centuries. Reports emerge from remote forests, war-torn regions, and abandoned households, always sparking the same eerie question: what happens when a human grows up outside society, untouched by culture, language, or human touch? The boy in India became a living enigma, an unsettling mirror reflecting our deepest fears about isolation, instinct, and the darkness that lurks at the edge of civilization. What does it mean for a child to be wild? Is it survival instinct, psychological trauma, or something else entirely? Modern psychology categorizes some of these cases under severe social deprivation or extreme neglect, while folklore embellishes them into legends of children raised by wolves, spirits, or forest spirits. Yet the case of the Indian wolf boy offers more than sensationalism. It presents a disturbing insight into human development, adaptability, and the complex dance between biology and environment. It was in a small village on the outskirts of rural India that the boy was first spotted. Villagers reported seeing a child moving unnaturally, crouching low to the ground and running on all fours. At night, strange howls echoed through the dense forest, chilling those who dared to listen. Some believed he was possessed. Others whispered that he was a spirit of the wilderness. But authorities eventually found him, dirty, emaciated, and seemingly untouched by human civilization. The boy's behavior stunned psychologists and anthropologists alike. He did not respond to language or gestures in conventional ways. He communicated through growls, body postures, and an almost preternatural sensitivity to his environment. This raised profound questions. Had he been abandoned, lost, or was this an extraordinary survival adaptation? Feral children like him are living laboratories for understanding human psychology stripped to its rawest form. The notion of critical periods in child development suggests that language and social interaction must occur within certain windows, or else they may never fully develop. This boy, isolated for years, became an experiment of nature versus nurture in real time, a haunting demonstration of what happens when human contact is denied during formative years. His story forces us to confront uncomfortable truths about neglect, trauma, and the human capacity for adaptation. Watching the boy maneuver through the forest, observers saw astonishing agility and instincts reminiscent of wild animals. He hunted small creatures with precision, drank from streams without hesitation, and avoided human contact as if aware of the dangers they posed. Survival had become his only language, and fear his constant companion. Psychologically, this is not just a story of physical survival. It is an exploration of the mind under extreme stress. Isolation, malnutrition, and a lack of social learning forge a psyche attuned to immediate threats, not abstract thought. For him, humans were potentially dangerous predators, and the forest, paradoxically, both a home and a crucible of constant peril. Such cases challenge our understanding of civilization. They force the question: are social norms inherent, or are they learned behaviors imposed by society? Observing the boy's survival strategies, psychologists saw evidence of hyper-awareness, acute sensory adaptation, and an almost feral intelligence, traits that underline the raw resilience of the human organism when stripped of comfort, companionship, and culture. The boy's cognitive and emotional development offers a haunting glimpse into the effects of extreme social deprivation. Without language or human interaction, his brain developed along alternative pathways. His understanding of the world was shaped not by instruction, but by instinct, observation, and necessity. Clinical psychologists argue that prolonged isolation can lead to a form of developmental trauma, complex PTSD on steroids, where emotional regulation, trust, and identity formation are profoundly impaired. For the wolf boy, attachment was not possible, and empathy remained an abstract concept. His mind had adapted to survive, not to socialize, leaving him locked in a shadowy realm between humanity and instinct. Yet, the story also prompts reflection on myth and media. The boy was sensationalized, sometimes depicted as a mystical creature, other times as a living monster. This exaggeration reflects society's fascination with the abnormal, the grotesque, and the liminal. It also raises ethical questions. When curiosity overshadows compassion, how do we reconcile the hunger for stories with the duty to heal? History is dotted with similar cases. Victor of Aveyron in France, raised by wolves in the late 18th century, captured the imagination of scientists and writers. Jeannie, a child from California, endured severe isolation and neglect, offering a window into language deprivation. Across cultures, feral children illuminate recurring psychological patterns: intense attachment to environment over people, instinct-driven behavior, and extreme challenges in social integration when rescued. What makes the wolf boy of India particularly chilling is the contemporary lens. Unlike Victor or Jeannie, modern psychology provides a framework for understanding his behaviors, beyond the myth of the wild. Yet, even with science, the line between legend and reality remains blurred. Was he truly feral, or had he suffered psychological trauma that mimicked animalistic behavior? The answer may be unknowable, leaving us with only observation, speculation, and unsettling questions about human potential under duress. The wolf boy confronts us with one of psychology's oldest debates: nature versus nurture. Are we inherently social beings, or does survival instinct override social development when circumstances demand? In the absence of guidance, the boy's behaviors followed a blueprint dictated by instinct, not culture. His story forces us to reflect on what is truly human: language, empathy, reason, or something more primal. Philosophers argue that cases like his expose the fragility of civilization. Beneath manners, laws, and culture lies an unpolished human core, one that can, under extreme conditions, regress to survivalist modes. Watching the boy navigate the forest is witnessing humanity stripped to its elemental form: fight, flee, eat, survive. His existence reminds us that civilization is a veneer, fragile and fleeting when the world demands raw adaptation. When authorities finally intervened, a moral quandary arose. Could the boy be rehabilitated into society? Could instincts, honed for survival, be unlearned? Or would intervention inflict more harm than good? Cases like his illustrate the tension between protection and autonomy, ethics and practicality. Every step toward civilization risked breaking him psychologically, yet leaving him in isolation left him vulnerable physically. Psychologists caution that the process of integration for feral children is painstaking and often incomplete. Language. Acquisition, social understanding, and emotional regulation may never fully develop, leaving lifelong scars. Yet, even amidst uncertainty, his story also illuminates resilience. The same instincts that kept him alive in the forest now offered him a fighting chance to adapt to a new reality. The world craves stories of the extraordinary. Media headlines labeled him Wolf Boy and circulated images that blurred fact and fiction. Some viewers were fascinated, others horrified. The line between myth and reality became dangerously thin, and the boy himself became a symbol, a narrative object rather than a human being with needs, fears, and potential. This interplay between myth and reality highlights a psychological truth. Humans are drawn to liminal beings, those who exist at the boundary of categories. The wolf boy embodies fascination with the unknown, fear of what civilization cannot control, and curiosity about the untamed mind. In sensationalizing him, we confront our collective desire to witness the strange, the monstrous, and the untouchable. The Wolf Boy of India remains a haunting story, a chilling testament to human adaptability, psychological resilience, and the fragility of socialization. His life forces us to confront uncomfortable questions. What defines humanity? How much of our behavior is learned and how much is instinctual? And perhaps most unsettling of all, what lurks beneath the veneer of civilization in each of us, waiting for circumstances to strip it bare? Whether reality, myth, or psychological anomaly, the Wolf Boy challenges us to reconsider the boundaries of human experience. He is a mirror reflecting survival, trauma, instinct, and the profound complexity of the human mind. As we leave the shadows of his forest, we are left with one final haunting thought. In the face of isolation and extremity, the human spirit may bend, break, or adapt, but it never truly disappears. If this story of the Wolf Boy of India left you questioning the boundaries between myth, psychology, and survival, hit subscribe for more dark, compelling tales that explore the shadowy corners of the human mind. Like, comment, and share your thoughts on whether the Wolf Boy was reality, legend, or a psychological phenomenon. Don't miss our next video uncovering the most chilling human stories you've never heard. Turn on notifications and join the journey into the darkness of human nature.